Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back for another craft with me, following along with Sonya Stepto. And we're just making some little no rules little books, and I've been having a blast doing this with Sonya, and I've been following a lot of the tutorials that she's been showing us how to do. But I found in my stash, when I was going through a lot of old things that I made, I found some really cool little bags, and I thought I want to make one of these to put in my book. And so this is what it looks like, and so you can see that we've got the scallop detail here with the scallop on the back, and I just really love the way that that looks. And I tried another one this morning with a round, that was an oval scallop, and this is a round one. Now with the busier the paper, the less you actually see the design there, but you can always ink around the edges and that will bring that design out for you. And so I'm going to show you really quickly how to do it. They're so simple to make. So all you're going to do is decide how tall you want your bag to be, remembering that it's going to be sticking up even farther than that. So since my book is this tall, I don't want to make my page that big because this part is going to stick out over the top, unless I want it to stick out the top of my book. Then I can make the bag the same size as my book and this would stick out the top. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right about here, so that I'll be able to have the other part sticking out the top without it sticking out of my book. And so that will be the how tall my bag is going to be, and that will give me room to have my little part at the top. So, and then I need to decide how wide I want my bag to be. So if I fold this like this and like this, my bag would be that wide. I don't want my bag that wide. So I'm going to say basically what you need is, if you kind of fold it in half, that's how wide your bag will be, except for you're going to have just a little bit of an overlap where you put your bag together. So to me, that looks like about a nice size bag. So I'm going to just cut it off right here. Whoops. Knocked my little thing off. So I'm just going to cut it right in there. There's no perfect size that it needs to be. Let's see, let's see, it's 5 to there. So that's about 7 inches long and about 4 inches tall, just in case you wanted to know. But there is no right or wrong to it. Now I'm going to come in here and find out where my center is. My center is right here. So I'm going to fold in one side just past the center, because we need to have a little bit to glue to. Then I'm going to fold in the other side and overlap that just a little bit. And then what that does is that makes our bag. We're going to glue that little overlap part together. But we're not going to do that until after we punch it, because if we glue it together before we punch it, depending on the size of your punch, you won't be able to get in there. If I were to have glued this together and that was solid, and I tried to get this punch in there, it would not fit. So, and then what you're going to do is just take your punch in the center of your bag, and you're just going to center it as best you can. You can do markings if you want to, and then you're going to cut your punch just like we cut the little punch outs whenever we make something so we can get our tags out. Now we're going to glue this together. I'm going to put some glue on the back side of one of the halves, and then just glue that together good. And now we've got that. And then we are going to take our little punch, our half a punch that we punched out. I'm going to put some glue just along the very bottom edge of that. And I'm going to line it up with what I punched out. And actually, I usually line it up, I put it on the back, not in the front. But you can do it either way. I'm just going to kind of line this up with what I have punched out. And so now you kind of have like the mirror image. You've got the cutout, and then the cutout winds up being up there. Then you can just run some glue along the bottom. You can fold it up on the bottom and glue it together. You can do the bottom however you want to. So I just put some glue across the bottom there. Now I have a pocket. I could have folded that up and glued it, but I just think those turn out really cute. Excuse me. Now, I was thinking, okay, well, you know, like I did it with some scallops, and I thought, well, those are really cool, but, you know, like, what if I don't have a scallop? What if I have something else? So I thought, I'm going to try a butterfly. And so I'm going to go ahead and just cut another piece of paper. I think that was about 4 inches, we said, so I'll do that just so they're about the same. And then there's 5. Put a couple inches out past that. Take a little bit off just so my bag is not too big. Got a piece of paper stuck to that one. And then again, I'm going to kind of figure out where the halfway point is. It's right about there. Oops. I put just the tiniest of a little tiny fold there. I'll just glue that at the bottom. I'm going to overlap it. Come over here. Do a little bit of an overlap of that one. Okay, so this is going to be the size of our pocket. And now I'm going to use my butterfly punch. So I'm going to open this up. And then I'm only going to do half of my butterfly. So I'm going to line that up where I can see that I've got about half. And try and make sure that I get it in the middle. Don't forget, you're trying to line it up at half. Don't forget, you've got to have it in the middle. Because I've done that before. Get it lined up halfway and then find out that I'm way over to one side or the other. Give that a punch. So now this is what we have on the bottom. And I'm going to glue my bag together, or pocket, I guess you would really call it. I keep calling it a bag because the first one that I made here, I made that one out of a paper bag. So there we go. Now we have our cutout here. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue along the bottom of this one. And then I'm just going to line that up and put it on there. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Now, it doesn't really look like a butterfly. It kind of looks like a butterfly, but to me it looks more like a flower, positive and negative. Excuse me. But I think that those are just really cute, and that is how simple they are. They are just so simple that, you know, you could just make a ton of them. And so you can use these for pockets in your book. You can glue down part of them and have a pocket and a tuck spot. You can use them to put into a card, like one that's this size, maybe a little taller, and you could put them in a card and put a gift card in there. You could fold that over if you wanted to, or just leave it stick out with just a little bit of the gift card sticking up, or make it tall enough so the gift card is inside. But I love the way that these turned out. I think that they're really cool and super simple. So I hope that you like that. Now let's find a spot in our book to put one of them. Let's go towards the back because we've done so much in the front that and which one do we want to put in? I think I'm going to do this one on here. If I put it over towards the edge, I could use it as a pocket and as a tuck spot. I don't like it on here because it's not lining up very straight and it really looks crooked with the lines on there. So let's pick a different page. Ooh, what about on there with the color all together? And then we've got the orange color on this side, which is our next page over. Maybe I'll just put it right in the middle of the page and maybe put a little bit of washi tape on there behind it to give it some interest. Let's do, let's do the orange washi tape. Even though I liked it there because of the, although it's going to probably be, I'm going to leave this page because I might leave that page just like it is. I love the looks of the leaves on there on the Eco Dried. So I'm going to put this one on this side and just put a little bit of washi to give it some interest, and it's got the orange color in it. Let's see. I think I'm just going to, I need to cut it because where I just ripped it off of there, I bent it over. I'm going to put it across like right here. No, let's take it all the way to the edge. You can kind of tuck that around the edge right there. Yeah, I like that. So just cut this off. Okay, and a lot of washi tape does not stick well, so you may want to put some glue under there to hold it down. If it starts to come up, I can always add some glue later. And then put that one right there. I need to, this bag I folded the bottom up and glued it. I'll put that one there. And I think, ooh, I don't know if it's going to ruin it, but I'm going to try it anyways. I think I'm going to put a little bit of Distress ink around the edges because I kind of want that to show up better. So I don't want a whole lot. If you just get a little bit on there, it still does make a difference. You can still, you know, see it's starting to make this really show up a lot better than there. Well, there goes the timer. I have to be done with this in 3 minutes or I will not be able to upload it. I'm just going to do like that. Yeah, I like how that does look okay. We'll get some up here. And get it around the other edges so it doesn't look funny that I just put it at the top. And then we can find something to stick in this later. And I will be back and do a part 2 so that, or maybe I won't, because we've really got it done. So I think that what I will do is I will probably just go ahead and finish, like maybe put some embellishments on this page, or maybe I'll do that as a part 2. I got 2 minutes left. I want to try putting this skinnier washi tape here. And put 2 pieces of it. See how that looks. No, I don't like it, so I'm going to take it off. I was thinking about putting 2 pieces of it, kind of like this. Whoops. That's what you do when you hurry, huh? Okay, let's see what I think of that. No, I don't like it. I like it better with just that 1 piece at the bottom. This is just too much for me. So take that off of there. And then I'm going to glue that right on there. Yep, that's what I want to do. And maybe I should, I'll use this bead glue because it sticks really well. This is a very odd glue. I had never used this before until I just recently found it in my art room where I had all my glues, and I thought, I wonder if that's like the one that everybody else uses. They call it, it's called something different, but, and I'm pretty sure that it is, because it's a really strong glue, which works great for a pocket.